I'm Rantasmo, and bronies need more gay. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is a reboot of the My Little Pony franchise popularized in the 1980s. It's got a rich, colorful aesthetic, a clever sense of humor, and someone behind the scenes really likes Stephen Sondheim.
Thread by thread, stitching it together. Twilight stress, cutting out the pattern snip by snip.
Bit by bit, putting it together. Piece by piece, only way to make a work of art.
Combine the marketability of ponies with a positive feminist message about the importance of friendship, and you've got a pretty admirable show for young girls. But there's another group that this show appeals to. Another demographic that can appreciate the simple pleasure of a sparkly pony singing a Stephen Sondheim song about fashion design. And that demographic is straight guys. If you've spent any amount of time in the nooks and crannies of the internet, such as, for example, that musky crawl space known as 4chan, then you're probably already painfully aware of this. But there exists a considerable community of adult heterosexual men known as bronies, who unashamedly love the hell out of this cartoon, and have consequently created a metric crap ton of music videos, remixes, fan art, and high school physics presentations. How did this happen? If you've seen the show, then you've probably noticed plenty of elements of gay interest, at least where the characters are concerned. So how did the girliest show on Earth develop such a huge straight fan base? There are several forces at work here. One is this sort of internet groupthink that all memes spring forth from. It's the same phenomenon that made Betty White host SNL, for no real reason other than that she's awesome. Actually, if you look at all of the most notorious memes on the internet, you might notice a common theme.
I said what in the butt?
Leave Benny alone! Hide your kids, hide your wife.
On top of the internet's weird, unexplained tendency to popularize incredibly gay shit, Friendship is Magic is kind of just a good show. No, really. Sure, there's a certain amount of irony involved in appreciating any show made for people much younger than you, but it's not really the same sort of gimmicky appeal that, say, adult hipsters get out of watching Yo Gabba Gabba. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Elijah Wood and Leslie Hall, but Yo Gabba Gabba just doesn't have a whole lot of substance.
Glitter hands, glitter hands, glitter hands.
It's not like Friendship is Magic is groundbreaking or anything, but unlike the earlier generation of My Little Pony, there are actual, characters. Characters that you can stand to listen to for more than a microsecond.
Yeah, make me happy!
What happened, everybody?
They heard the sound of a circus, and they all just up and laughed!
They've put a lot of effort into giving each of the new ponies distinguishing features, and a personality that you can actually identify with. Whether you're nerdy, sporty, fashiony, earthy, or southern. Plus, there's tons of pop culture references, and incredibly detailed art and animation that harkens back to the days of old Warner Brothers cartoons, and the newer generation of Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Irony aside, most of these straight guys mainly like it because it reminds them of the animation that they grew up on. And while some would call this the herald of a post-gay, post-gender, equestrian utopia, I think that sadly it's probably just another internet fad. But that doesn't mean we can't enjoy it while it lasts.